Electric motorsport is a category of motorsport that consists of the racing of electric-powered vehicles for competition, either in all-electric series, or in open series against vehicles with different powertrains. Very early in the history of automobiles, electric cars held several performance records over internal combustion engine cars, such as land speed records, but fell behind in performance during the first decade of the 20th century. With the renaissance of electric vehicles during the early 21st century, notable electric-only racing series have been developed, for both cars and motorcycles, including, for example, the FIA Formula E Championship. In other racing events, electric vehicles are competing alongside combustion engine vehicles. For example, in the Isle of Man TT and the Pikes International Hill Climb, and in some cases winning outright. Early mechanically powered vehicles used steam power, a technology first developed for static applications. Steam for vehicle traction was taken up both for road vehicles and for rail by Richard Trevithick, creating the puffing devil for transporting passengers by road in 1801, and later rail transport, initially for coal, and then for people. By the 1830s, steam began to be more widely adopted for transportation, with steam carriages for road and for rail, although the latter quickly became more established for medium and longer distance travel. Mechanically powered road vehicles were largely limited to utilitarian vehicles such as traction engines during this period. During the 1860s, diverse small experiments with personal transportation and different powertrains blossomed, with steam buggies, and even steam motorcycles. Copyright Copyright developed several long-distance steam vehicles from 1873 onwards, including the 1878 La Mansell, of which 50 were produced, and the 1881 La Rapide, capable of 62 km per hour. An early electric powertrain was exhibited in November 1881 by French inventor Gustave Drouet. Copyright at the International Exhibition of Electricity in Paris. English inventor Thomas Parker, who was responsible for innovations such as electrifying the London Underground, overhead tramways in Liverpool and Birmingham, and the smokeless fuel coal-light, built the first production electric car in London in 1884. Using his own specially designed high-capacity rechargeable batteries. Parker's long-held interest in the construction of more fuel-efficient vehicles led him to experiment with electric vehicles. He also may have been concerned about the malign effects smoke and pollution were having in London. Early petrol/gasoline-powered internal combustion engine automobiles were completed almost simultaneously by several German inventors working independently. Carl Benz built his first automobile in 1885 in Mannheim. Benz was granted a patent for his automobile on 29 January 1886, and began the first production of automobiles in 1888, after Bertha Benz, his wife, had proved, with the first long-distance trip in August 1888, from Mannheim to Pforzheim and back, that the horseless coach was absolutely suitable for daily use. Overall, there were a variety of power trains and vehicle forms experimented with during this period, each with different advantages and disadvantages, range, reliability and speed. In terms of outright performance, different powertrains competed for the land speed record through the turn of the 20th century, and it was not until 1924 onwards that internal combustion powertrains began to dominate this aspect. The table below details the early history of land speed records from 1898 into the early decades of the 20th century. La Jamais Contente was the first road vehicle to go over 100 km per hour. It was an electric vehicle with a light alloy torpedo-shaped bodywork and with Fullman batteries. The vehicle established the land speed record on April 29 or May 1, 1899 at ACH-Diéresis Yvelines near Paris, France. The vehicle had two direct drive post-Elvin 25 kW motors, running at 200 V, drawing 124 amperes each for about 68 horsepower, and was equipped with Michelin tyres